A very good evening to you. I hope you are well. The time has just gone 6 o'clock, which basically means now we're opening the doors to another brand new one-day special. Now, before we go any further, to celebrate the brand new name of the craft store, we are giving you, spend £25, I'll give you £5. I like this. I give you £5 off, and that's not one per customer. That's any order over £25. Oh, anything over 25 quid from now till Monday at 6 o'clock. You spend 25, you get £5 off. Pow, pow. I like this one. Bam, bam. We'll do that a lot. So remember that, because that takes all of this down again to just under £100 is what you're looking at now. But what are we talking about? Well, we are talking about Heartfelt, the world exclusive, not seen... Am I allowed to say world exclusive?
Yes.
It is, yeah. I normally get told off saying that. World exclusive, not been seen before. This is the only place you can get it. Dispatched from the 12th of April, because it is dispatched from the United States of America. But you will still be the first people to get your hands on this before America. You can't get it anywhere else. Even with that delayed dispatch, you will still get it ahead of everybody else. And if we're talking Heartfelt, we're only talking one other person as well. Before I tell you what you're getting in this beautiful bundle, let me introduce you to somebody else that's beautiful. Standing to my right-hand side, it's our Nikki. Evening, love.
Hello. Right over there.
We're miles away today. Miles away. How are you, though? I've not seen you for a while.
Good. I've had a month off. Well...
Have you?
I've had a month off in the craft room.
Nice. Nice month,
it's been
though.
nice. Beautiful month.
Lovely weather.
Lovely weather and a beautiful collection that I've had to work with.
It is a stunning collection, and it's a collection everyone... You were telling me this earlier. It's a collection that everyone's been waiting for.
Yes.
This is one of those collections where you get a little bit of everything. So if you're just starting out, perfect way to start. Because 9 times out of 10, you don't get certain elements in these big bundles, do you? No.
So in the bundle, you've got your paper pad, you've got your stamps and your dies. Now, in the stamps, you've got your florals in there. Now, the theme of this collection, I will tell everyone, is the Sweet Magnolia, which is an absolutely stunning flower, an absolutely gorgeous shrub. There is thousands of varieties of them, but we're bringing you today the Sweet Magnolia. So you are going to be able to create 3-dimensional Sweet Magnolias. You are going to be able to use the absolutely gorgeous magnolia buds there to create your background for them. You've got a beautiful bouquet there, but most importantly, we've got the mould.
This is what I adore.
We have the mould to create all the dimension that is needed to create those 3-dimensional flowers.
So you are getting everything you need. You're getting stamps. Now, the stamps on their own are amazing. Let me swing them around and you can see what actually you're getting. I did one, but I am going to do all of them, unbeknown to everyone. So if I swing these around, these are beautiful. Look at the detail that you're getting in these, and all these, especially that one, that will match up with your mould that you're already getting there as well. Then we go into your branches. Now you think, why do I need buds and branches? These are the best stamps I have seen to build up a picture, to build up a scene. This is the way to go.
Well, when you think about a magnolia, have you ever seen a magnolia bush?
Yes, I have.
Absolutely stunning. But the buds are beautiful in their own right, even before the actual flower opens. So we've created the stamps with the buds, and then you can layer them up and use them as your backdrop for your magnolias.
But I'm also thinking as well, use the magnolias that you've got there, but you could have these sort of draping down from the corners of your cards. Then with other collections that I remember, you've got like small birds and things. You could have them landing onto the branches.
Absolutely, and I can think of many, many collections that this is going to work really well with. I always think florals work well together anyway, regardless of, you know, we've had the daffodil, we've had tulips, we've had roses, but you can incorporate all of those now within your magnolia range to kind of bring your crafting to another level.
And that's what Heartfelt does, doesn't it? They take your crafting from one level and they just elevate it. They take you to the next level because they give you all the tools you need. The last set of stamps you get in there is the bouquet. Look at the size of that bouquet. I will try and find it in stamp form. Well, Nikki will show us in stamp form when we do it later on in the hour. But look at it. Look at the detail that you are getting in there. If you are into your colouring, perfect way to go. You've got the arch in there as well. Oh, I have got it. Look at this. We are all prepared. It's just me. I just thought they were all dies. Look at the arch that you've got there as well. Look at the size of that stamp. That is a centrepiece that you've got there. Then you've also got the arc. Now you put two of these together, you've got a full circle to make a wreath. You have got a full circle, if you wanted to go.
I've used that on many of my cards to create a gorgeous sort of backdrop for sentiments as well. Because, you know, Heartfelt is all about bringing you everything that you need to create your flowers, your cards. So we've got the stamps, we've got the dies, but then what they've done is they've incorporated the branches, they've given us arches, so we can use those stamps in so many different ways.
I adore them. But if you're not very good at fussy-cutting, you get the dies to cut them out as well. And by the looks of them, most of these dies will go through your smaller die machine. They
will. I'm not 100% sure that that bouquet will, because it is huge.
No, the bouquet is huge, but the rest of them I will. I need to tell you now, over 10% of the stock has already gone. Over 10% of the stock has already gone. And you get the mould, and you also get your 12 by 12 paper pad in here as well. Now, your 12 by 12 paper pad in this, you're getting 24 double-sided pages in this. To a 12 by 12, you're getting 2 sheets of each design. It's acid and ligament free as well. We all know when we talk about Heartfelt, everything is in this paper pad. So let's go through the paper pad itself. Then I'll give you all the details that you need to know. Right, Nikki, the paper pad itself, this is the workhorse, isn't it?
It is. It's the core of any collection. Now, I always say the paper pad is more like a paper kit, and you will see why. I know Heartfelt fans out there have already gone in and already purchased the one-day special, but I also know they're popping a second one in, because when you look at the paper pad, you are going to see so much versatility. You have got your ready-made panels there. You've got your ribbon strips down the edge there. And because they are double-sided, this is the other side of that paper. So you can choose. But as I say, it's really good if you do actually put a second one in your basket, purely because these are consumables. You are going to use these many, many times for your cards. Look at those stunning panels there that you're going to be able to create. Absolutely.
It's like an inspiration sheet, because you've got the stamps to recreate those. If you've got your dies at home, circle dies.
Absolutely. If you're stuck for inspiration and you're a little bit like, oh, I don't know where to start, use one of the panels to create your first card with. And I'm just going to try and get this.
Or even just recreate it. Literally recreate it, because you've got the oval
just
and
look
the bouquet. Look at that.
Absolutely. You've got all your panels here. You can use this for your mini albums, your scrapbooking. Just look at this one. So this is the back. So the second page that I'm showing you is the actual back of your paper. But it just keeps on going, keeps on giving. You've got your larger images there. If I just lift that up slightly, I mean, just look at that gorgeous sort of gateway there.
We've got that gateway already, though, haven't we? We've bought that a couple of months back.
We have. I think it is that one.
It looks like that one.
It is. I've actually got one on the show, I think, somewhere. So, yes, you are going to see other elements in the paper pad that we have brought out before. And that's, again, what is absolutely great about Heartfelt. As I say, you've got your larger pages. If I just lift that up, look. Just look at the colours. You've got your dusky pinks. You've got your greens in there. You've got, on this one, it just doesn't want to come apart. There we go. Look at that. Then you go to your lemons, and there that beautiful bouquet is. Just look how gorgeous that is. And when, you know, if you're just starting out in crafting and you're kind of thinking, right, I think stamping is going to be a little bit difficult for me. Not really sure on how to colour those stamps in. Use your papers as a guide, because there you can see you've got that gorgeous bouquet that is kind of exactly the same as you're going to get in your stamped image. Let me just try and go a little bit faster now. Look at that. I mean, there is just so much to see in the paper pad. It is absolutely stunning. You are not going to be disappointed when you get the paper pad home. It just keeps on giving.
Now, these are the pages I like.
OK. So if you're new to Heartfelt, you're probably thinking, well, okay, that's pretty, but how am I going to use that on a card or on a scrapbook layout? But what it is they've given us the elements that are going to, upside down, no it isn't, there we go, fit perfectly with your dies, look. And you are going to be able to die cut these out. So if you're stuck for time, if you're new to crafting, all of the dies that come in the collection are going to fit on these pages. But of course, if you are using your stamps more than those images, you've got the other side to use. I mean, just look at this one. I'm going to show you that, look. Look at that, isn't it gorgeous?
Oh, nice.
Absolutely stunning. And it just keeps on giving more and more. There's your petals. So these are your Sweet Magnolia petals here. You've got your leaves in there as well. You've got 3 different sizes so that you can create multi-layered magnolia flowers. You can create single flowers there if you want to. And again, those dies will fit perfectly over there. And it just keeps giving. There we go. There you've got your 6x6s. You see what I say about it is more of a paper kit.
It really is.
Because many paper pads, you get in a 6x6, 8x8 or 12x12. In this, you are getting everything. You've got your 6x6s, you've got your panels, you have your 12x12 images. You've also got like great backing papers here as well. So you've got all the coloured papers there. There you've got your 6x6s again. So they are exact images of your 12x12s and they are just shrunken down. You've got your bright colours in there as well. Absolutely stunning, gorgeous. I'm just wondering, are we ever going to come to the end of this?
I keep looking at it, it says 24 double-sided pages.
I mean, just look at that. Absolutely gorgeous colours. Beautiful paper. Oh, there we go. There we go. I always know this is the end. This is where you've got all your tags that you're going to be able to use on your cards, on your gifts. You may have the dies that you can cut these out with, which we have had on the show before. But failing that, you could use your craft knife. And there we are, back to the beginning.
Approaching 20%. Approaching 20% of the stock now of our one-day special has already gone. If you do want an extra paper pad, the details are at the bottom of your screen at the moment. 962994 is your item numbers. We're very busy on the phones as well. So, what I urge you to do, if you want the brand new Heartfelt Creations Sweet Magnolia I Want It All collection, which gives you 3 sets of dies, 3 sets of stamps. It also gives you everything you need. So no more gone are the days of your ball tools. Don't get me wrong, they have their place and they have their work, but you've got the tool, run it through your machine, it'll do all the work for you. The speed and the ease is now there. You literally cut out your piece of papers, put them through. It could be any. It could be your mop-ups that you're running through. Run them through with your dies, pop them into your mould. It's going to mould them, it's going to shape them, it's going to form them into those beautiful flowers. And then you're also getting your paper kit as well. Nearly 20% of the stock has already gone. If you want to get yours, the quickest and the easiest thing to do is become a Freedom member. The reason I say this now is, first of all, look at the price as a Freedom member. You get 25%, you get £25 off already if you're not a Freedom member, but I'll give you £36 off and 19 pence if you're a Freedom member. And then remember, you'll get another £5 off. I'll give you another £5 off because your first flexible payment is £33.58. So £33.58 minus a £5 off that, off your first flexible payment. Your other 2 will be £33.58, but your first one today, I'll take a £5 off that price. £28.58. Well done, Joe. £28.58 is what you're looking at. I was waiting. £28.58 is what I was going to use my fingers, but I realised I'm on the telly, so I couldn't. 604925 is your item number. If your budget doesn't stretch to that, I know we always bang on about the big bundles, you get the best savings, but some people haven't got the budget. I'm with you. You can get the Essentials kit. Now, your Essentials kit is the first 2 that you see on here and your paper kit as well. So this is going to give you the magnolia leaves. It's going to give you the petals, it's going to give you the leaves, and it's also going to give you 12x12 pad as well. £46.97, but once again, you can split the cost of £23.49. £23.49, and you can find everything as an individual as well. Thecraftstore.com is the quickest and the simplest place to go. But remember, if you want to use that £5 off, You won't be able to get it on your first flexi if you're going for the essentials. You have to go for the big bundle. It all makes sense. You know what you're doing at home. But I would urge you to become a Freedom member during the hour. 042510 is your item number for your essentials. But nearly 20% of the stock of that I Want It All collection has nearly gone. We are very, very busy on the phones at the moment. If you are trying to give us a little tinkle, please hold the line. Just hold the line. We will get back to you on this. Jump on the website. It is all working. It's all up and working as well. Thecraftstore.com is where you need to go. Right then, should we go for a demo? Let's go for a demo. Let's see what we can do with the Magnolia kit. What are we up to first, Nick?
Right, so I always go for the mould when we have a mould in the collection. So I'm going to show you how you can create your three-dimensional magnolias. So I'm using the stamp set. As you can see, you have all of your magnolia petals here. On this one, you've got 3. And then the smaller one, you have 3. And then on the larger ones, you've got 2. And then you're going to stamp those out, of course, first. And then you are going to use your coordinating dies to cut them out. The next thing that you will want to do is, once you have done all that, you are going to want to colour them in. Now, this is one of the larger petals I have here. I've done it in a really, really nice soft pink. Okay, can you just about see that? Okay, so I'm going to take my daubers.
Now, we've got the daubers on the show as well. We'll put you the dauber details on the screen. You get 12 of the daubers. Now, Nikki wouldn't be seen without a dauber. You love your daubers, don't you, Nick?
I absolutely love my daubers, and I am going to be using them throughout the next 5 shows. So I always start from the middle and work my way out to the edge. Now, with the magnolias, these are your Sweet Magnolias. So there's very, very many thousands of variety of magnolia flowers. These ones are the Sweet Magnolia, so they're slightly different in shape than some that you may have seen in your gardens, but the colours are very, very similar. So you get white ones, you get pink ones, you get a really nice fuchsia pink colour, but you tend to have a darker colour in the middle. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my tip, once I've added that colour, and I'm just going down the centre with my dauber, just to add that little bit of dark.
You can get right in with the detail with you, can't we?
All the detail is there. These are precision daubers, so they have kind of like a triangle and they're domed. Okay, so what I tend to do as well, if you notice, I'm using my glass mat and I'm just dabbing off some of that colour, because once you put colour on, sometimes it can be a bit frustrating if you put too much. You can always add, but you can't really take away. You can blend. But you can see how gorgeous that's blended. Now, what you're going to want to do is also do the back. Now, that's really important with the magnolias, and you'll see once we start shaping them why it's important. So you're just going to add some colour on the back. You could do exactly the same if you wanted. Take a little bit of dark down the centre.
And this is really where the daubers come into their own, don't they? Because you can cover a large area quite quickly.
Very quick.
With your daubers.
And the thing is as well, when you're blending, it kind of gives like a really nice airbrushed effect, look. And you can see exactly where you're going in. So when I want to add my colour in the centre, because this is see-through, because I've got full control over my dauber, I can see where I want to go.
That little tip, look.
Little tip there, look. And just add that dark. So once you've coloured all your petals in, this is the exciting bit, we're going to bring in the mould. So the mould comes in 2 separate parts. So you've got your bottom and you've got your top. Now what you'll notice is you have got all of the sizes here for each of your magnolia. So you've got your larger ones, you've got your medium, and then you have your little small ones, which are here. So they're your 3 sizes. Now, there's various different ways that you can shape your magnolias. I found that to be honest, the best way of doing it is with your stamped image faced upwards, so towards you. And then you're literally, as if like a puzzle, you are just going to take your petals and pop them in
You can do a lot at the same time,
on
can't
there.
you, with these?
You've got 12 sort of like holes basically for your petals, and then you've got 3 for your leaves as well. So the leaves, I'll just pop that like that. Where's my leaves? So your leaves come in 2 different sizes. You've got this size and the smaller one. Now what I'm going to do is these I'm going to put stamped image face down and just pop them in like so. You will want to absolutely cover your mould, but I'm just basically putting in enough for me to show you how this works. Then you're going to take some water. Now this is just water out of a tap, nothing special. The only thing is it needs to be like a really ultra fine spray. And I do believe you do have these on the website. Not on the show, but on the website. So do have a browse through.
Are they heartfelt?
They're not heartfelt. I can't remember what make they are, but I know I got them. I did get them.
Type in spray bottles, thecraftstore.com.
If you just look, I mean, you can't even see where I'm spritzing. It is so fine. The finer, the better, because you don't want clumps of water in there. Then you're going to take your top part, and that will just fit in. So if you can see, you've got little holes there.
Little notches.
And little feet that will just fit that together.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit as in tight because obviously you've got your paper in there. You could, if you wanted, put several layers in. So if you wanted, you could put 2 or 3 petals in each compartment. But that's why Heartfelt have left that, so you know, you're not kind of restricted on what you can put in there. So you can put really thick card if you wanted. Oh, I just lost the leaf. So the next thing you will want to go and do is you are going to need a die cutting machine. Now, depending on the die cutting machine, the plates that you will need vary, but you will need a wide mouthed machine.
Yeah.
So basically, if you've got a thick plate, normally it's white, I would say yes, it will fit your mould. Okay, so I'm taking my bottom plate. So I've taken my thick plate away, and then I'm taking just both my clear ones. Now with this machine, because I've used it time and time again, I do know that I can get a shim in there. So basically a shim means that it's going to go through my machine slightly tighter. I always say start off with 1, but if you think, oh, that's gone through easy, I can get another one in, put another one in. The reason being, the mould works with the pressure. So the better the pressure, the better the mould works.
So in theory, what you're saying is you really need to get that lid closed again.
Yes.
So the paper's like really into those moulds.
So if you look, that's going through really nicely. I'm not putting any pressure on it.
So you could get another shim in there.
I possibly could, but you don't want to force it through. Okay. But if it goes through too easy, I would say, oh, put a shim in. Definitely, because it is well worth it. Because when you see the results,
oh,
okay,
look at that.
so I'm just going to tip these out, like so. And if I just bring one that hasn't been through the machine, look at that.
You can see the difference. Look at that.
I just lift that up. You can see the detail in there on the tips of those petals. But just look, that's a flat one, not been through. Obviously, you can use your flower shaping tool if you don't like using the moulds, but just look at the results. And look how long it's taken me, basically.
Yeah, hardly any time.
Basically, it's cut my flower shaping amount of time that I spend on it down by so much. So there's all of my flowers, but your flower shaping kit is not redundant. Always say that. So I'm using the, if I just show you there, look. Oh, overhead, look. So I'm using the deluxe flower shaping kit. You've got 13 tips in here altogether. You're going to get your mat in there as well. You're going to get your tool that you're going to be able to choose which tip you want to use. And these are magnetic. Okay, so they just click in like that, and it's double-ended. Now, the good thing about double-ended is the fact that I can have two tips and keep flipping from one to the other. You're also getting a curler in there as well. So that's a great way of shaping your flowers.
You can have a ball tool on one end and a curler on the other.
And a curler on the other, yeah. So we'll do that just as Adam said. So I'll show you how that curler works in a second. You've got a second mat there. This one's a lot more denser, a lot thicker. That one is like a pricking tool. So if you want to do a little bit of parchment or something, you have got the tip there, look, to be able to do that with. If you want to do some pricking. And then you've got lots of different sizes of tips in there. Absolutely amazing piece of kit. And what I love about it is it's got a magnetic clasp. I don't know what it is about magnetic clasps, but
it makes things look more expensive.
It's posh. It's posh, isn't it?
It is posh. The minute you get a magnetic clasp, you think, oh, this is worth a bit.
But you've got everything in one place. So if you are going to classes, which hopefully we will be able to do this year, you can take that along with you.
I love this.
So
the details are on the screen. £29.99 is what you're looking at for this as well. Absolutely beautiful. Nice. It is a nice little gift if you're into your flower making, your flower forming, that you get there. I've stood all my my balls up, as it were, just so you can see, 'cause they are all pressed in, just so you can see the details that you're getting in it. And you get your two mats as well, because that's your top one, and that is the one that covers it all over. So it is absolutely stunning what you are getting here for £29.99. And remember today, if you've always wanted one and you're thinking, 29 quid, I can't do that, you'll get a £5 off. You'll get a £5 off it today. So, in theory, you'll get a £5 off this today. And it's very rare we do it at that price. Very rare we've took a £5 off £29.99. What's that? They're £24.99. I've never seen it at £24.99. 939385 is your item number. We are very, very busy across the board. Very busy for your deluxe flower shaping kit. We're very busy for the Want It All bundle as well. And a lot of people are throwing the binder into your collection. A lot of people get the binder as an add-on with every collection they get. For the sheer fact, it's a nice place to house, once again, magnetic clasp. And Nikki's getting excited already with a little bit of magnetic on the side. Calm yourself down. But it is absolutely beautiful. You get this inside and everyone goes, well, what is that? That is so if you wanted to, you can put it on the side and label everything so you know your collections that you get. So you've got all your collections. But I love the fact, and this is how sad I am, it's a D-ring. I love a good D-ring. For the sheer fact, what you're getting in there, everything lies flat. You don't get the bulge when you fly it over because everything sits on this flat bit here. So you don't get that sort of, that pile up, as it were, that you get in there. I'm going to leave the D-ring alone.
But do you know, I didn't know the difference. I just thought it was just a different shape until you explained it a few months back. Because
everything lies flatter. I only ever buy Filofaxes, I think that's a brand name, but I only ever buy a diary with a D-ring in because everything lies flat, and if you put anything into it, it doesn't start piling over and turn on its own. Well worth getting for £12.99 as well. Pop it into your 3 flexible baskets. It's worth having a little look at everything. We are very, very busy. We're going back to Nikki. Let's do it.
Right, so I've got my flower shaping mat, and I've got several of my petals already gone through the mould. Now all I need to do is put a little hole in each because I'm going to put some stamens in there. So I've got some of the heartfelt stamens that I can put in the centre of my flowers. I do believe we have got stamens on the website again.
Yes, I think we would somewhere.
So just take a look. So what I'm doing with this is, because I want to get my stamens through, I'm taking my craft knife. Okay, so
could you use your piercing tool?
You could, but I want to make it a little bit bigger than
good idea.
My piercing tool would do. So I'm just going around, look, and even if my petal breaks, which you probably will find it will on the smaller ones, it doesn't matter. Okay, so you're just going to pop a hole in each one of those. Now, depending on what style of magnolia you want to create, you will use different sort of amounts of petals. So for this one, didn't get my hole in there enough, right? So even if it splits, look, what I'm doing is just putting my stamens in the centre and I'm just squeezing that together. Okay, then I'm going to take my glue gun, love my glue gun, and this is a nice clean glue gun that my friend Lorraine brought me.
Is this the new one?
This is the new one, but I know, but look, it's getting messy already.
Oh.
So I'm just going to pop some glue around the bottom of there. And once that's slightly dry, as it's cooling off, I just kind of wipe away some. Okay, so that would call, that you'd say that's a bud. Okay, so if you just want buds, you would leave it at that.
These also look like, oh, I only know them as ballerinas, fuchsias.
Fuchsias, there's a lot of different flowers that you could actually use to make, using these stamps and dies. So popping that one round again. So I'm doubling that up. And again, I'm just going to take my glue gun, just pop that around the tip. And then I'm going to take the next size. So I'm doing it, these ones, with the stamped image faced upwards. Okay. I'm just going to do that. I get absolutely covered in glue, look. So then, I've got my hole there. Just going to pop that through. Just bring it down. So then you've got a slightly bigger magnolia. And you could stop there, or you could keep going. So you could pop another one the same size, or you could go for the bigger one and make a larger magnolia. So just pop that in, which it doesn't want to go in. It will go in. And you can be quite ruthless with your flowers. You know, if I'm using about a 240 GSM paper, and just works really well. So you can see I'm not being that gentle with it, am I?
No, you're being quite
rough, quite rough with it. And there you have your Sweet Magnolia.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And one thing, that didn't take you long to do, but the impact
Didn't.
it has, once you've die cut it out and you've put it through your
Yeah.
mould, it works really, really well.
It does. I'll just show you a few more that I've made. So I've got a lemon one
Nice.
with like a green tinge to it. I've got a purple one. So on this one, I've just used 2 layers of the bud, but absolutely
I like
gorgeous. And then I've got one that I've put on a wire there, look,
Does it
to create a
matter
bigger.
what ink you use to stamp? Because obviously we can, obviously on one of those I could see like a pinky ink that you sort of stamp
Yes.
out with. Obviously if you went in black, it's going to give you a totally different look.
It will
in your
completely
greys
give
and
you a
things like that.
different look. I've kind of used a mixture of dark purple. I've done some pale green ones here, look.
Oh, okay.
Because magnolias are really quite a delicate flower. They're like a wax flower as well. They're quite thick. But you can create lots of different looks just by using different inks.
They are absolutely stunning, and there is so much you can do with them. Remember, once you get the entire collection, you can be creating cards just using the mats and layers that you've already got at home. You can go, look at the sparkle on these flowers. Now, these are going to take you all the way through the year. These are something that's not going to date. So these are a little bit flatter. They've still been run through the machine itself, so they've still been run through. But look at the detail that you're getting. Now, once again, using your ball tool, you're going to get exactly the same detail with these. Look at these. How exquisite does that look? Just trailing down. Using the branches as well and adding the buds to the branches. So you get your guide on the branch and you just add to your cards itself. Then you've also got cards like these, once again, depending on the colours that you do them in, all depends on how it goes together. But you could go from large, I love this one, look at that. That's nice. That is absolutely beautiful using the paper pad that you've got there as well. And it also shows, look, 2-dimensional, nothing really works, but then it really works down here, but it still pulls it all together and everything works really, really well. I adore them. Then, I only got a few more. Then we've got things like this. This is using the bouquet now. So you see that with that bouquet that you've got there, adding your buds and your blooms to the bouquet so it looks like it's opening out, or you could do trails. These are the sort of cards that you could do for any occasion. And I've said that a lot lately because everything really works and you want value for money. I'm going to throw it out there. If you're spending 3 payments of £37.31, you want to get value for money. Some of this is over £100. You want to get £100 worth of wear out of it. I'm with you all the way. And if you can only use it for birthdays, well, there you go, well done. But you don't want to just use it for birthdays. With this, you can use it for birthdays, you can use it for just a note card. You can use it for anniversaries, which would look lovely. You imagine sending cards like these for anniversaries would be absolutely stunning. There is so much that you can do, but you could also change that, take out the happy birthday, dull the tones down or go with the bright colours. You could also do sympathy. You could also go down your sympathy. It can go with anything. Flowers never date. These are not something you're going to get home this month. Next month, you think, well, I can't use them no more. They're out of date. You add a bit of snow to them, a bit of glitter, a bit of gold, a bit of that. You can go Christmassy. You pull it all back and you go bright colours. You can go summer. You pull them back again and you go your oranges and your browns. Yes, they're not around in the Octobers and the fall, but you could still use them for the fall that you already go. And remember, which way? You spend £25, you can get your £5 off. So this will then be even lower. £28 today and a few pennies on your first flexible payment. Then your next 2 flexible payments will be £33.58 today. Well, in a month's time and a month after that. Over 20% of the stock has already gone. 604925 is your item number. You are getting a full set. Should we actually show you the dies and stamps this time? So you get 3 die sets. We'll show you the stamps first so you can see the size of the stamps you're getting. These are big old stamps that you are getting. Love this underneath and look at the plumage and the buds that you're getting in there. That has got wedding card, Mother's Day written all over it. Literally stamp and colour, and you are good to go that you've got there as well. Absolutely love all of these that you have here. From that, you're also getting the die as well. So you get the die to cut it out. From this one, we'll now move to this. So you're getting the stamps and dies, but once again, look at the stamps that you are getting in here. So these are your buds that you're getting. But I reckon if you were clever enough, this one here, obviously it's meant to go that way, but you could have these trailing up if you wanted to as well and started doing a scene of it this way. Just change the colours. And you also get the dies to cut them all out. Last but no means least, you also get your petals and your leaves in here. Let me show you the stamps first. So these are the stamps that you're getting all 3 sizes. Large, medium and small is what you're getting. Small, medium, large. It's up to you how you look at it. And you get your 2 leaves as well. Along with your leaves, you're also getting the dies to cut them out. And then not only do you get this, you also get your mould. So your mould's going to make it all 3D. It's going to bring it to life. It's going to add the energy. It's going to add the impact to that card that you want to do. And look how many you can run through there. But if you're thinking, well, that's all well and good, but how about whenever I don't want to stop stamping around? You haven't got to. Start using your mop-ups. Cut them out and just pop your mop-ups in there. Use the dies and you're going to start getting different colours on the flowers. But then if you're thinking, Adam, this is all well and good, but I've only just started. I only got my first water brush last week and now you want me to make cards with all 3D models. You've got your paper pad. Your paper pad is here. Just cut them out with the dies first of all, put them into your mould and everything will be done for you. You've even got backs of your cards in there as well. You've got your backs of your cards. You've got your 12 by 12s, your 8 by 8s, your 6 by 6s. Everything is ready for you. In that 24 double-sided pad, 12 by 12, 2 sheets of each design is what you also get as well. So much that you get in here. I touched nothing. I touched nothing. If you wanted to have a little go, 604925 is your item. You also get the bag. I can show you the bag. I've got it here. Let me empty mine out because mine's full. Let me show you my bag. There is my bag. You get this as well. Everything comes in this bag, so it keeps it all nice and neat. So if you haven't got a craft room, everything comes in your little bag. Right then, should we go back over for another demo while I resort? I think we should. I didn't touch a thing.
He didn't touch anything,
I
honestly.
didn't touch anything.
Right, so we're going to make a card. Now, I'm going to use that stamp set, which has the bouquet and that gorgeous kind of arched floral in there. So you have got the inspiration on the front of your packaging as well. So as you can see, it just gives you a little bit of a guide on how you can colour it in. But I'm going to show you a really easy, quick way of colouring in using your daubers. Now, I'm using some Memento inks. I'm using sort of like water-based ink. So the ink that I've stamped with is a archival ink, which means it's a permanent ink. Okay, but just look how clever and how quick you can colour in using your daubers, even getting in to the smaller spaces in that stamp. So I'm just blending in, going from the tip again to get that a little bit deeper in there. So I start off with doing all the greenery first. So we'll go on to this one because I want to. And it is just so easy and so quick. And as I say, it gives it a really nice kind of soft effect. And if you're not into doing sort of colouring but you really like the idea of using stamps and dies, using the daubers is a great way to get that colour in there. So I've got a couple of leaves there, so just blend in. But as you can see, I'm kind of using the tip there. A couple more leaves here. So I'm literally just going around in kind of circular motions just to catch that colour, and I'm moving my die cut around as I colour.
It's the precision you
blend.
don't think you can get that much precision with your daubers, but literally just using the smaller tip of the end.
And you can go in with a
right
deeper colour as well. So I'm going in with like quite a limey colour green.
Love it.
But then you could go in with a slightly different colour green, which I'll show you in a minute. Let's have a look.
I've only just realised as well that actually in the kit, not only do you get all this goodness of the dies, the stamps, the 12 by 12 paper pad and your mould, you also get a full set of instructions to make a card.
Yes, you have. You've got the inspiration sheet to be able to create that absolutely stunning card there that one of the Heartfelt design team have created.
So what you think is just packaging, which I thought it was until it fell on the floor and it fell over, is a full set of instructions. I just thought it was pretty packaging.
It's got a list of all the items there that they've used. So I can see there that they've used some of the decorative gateway dies from a few months back. They've used the magnolia flowers. Inside, what have we got inside the card?
I love it.
I was just asking what we've got inside the card.
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, and then they've used some paper and a happy birthday die.
Nice. Sorry, I just realised that. I just thought, well, it's a bit of extra. You get a bit extra for your money. Like, gift that keeps on giving.
Just got everything in there. So if you want to go in and add a slightly darker green, I'm using the same dauber and just going in with those edges. I'm using my glass mat again, just as like a, what do you call it? I can't think what you call it. A palette.
Yeah.
Like a paint palette. And then I'm not then putting too much colour down. So I'll do exactly the same with this one. You would not believe if I said to you, colour that in, you would look at it and you'd think, no way. But just look at the precision you are getting there with your daubers. Just blend that in. And then we've got the magnolia flowers that I want to colour. So I'm going in with that same colour that I coloured the flowers in earlier. So it's like a kind of a bright pinkish. So again, dabbing my dauber and taking some of the colour off. If you're not 100% sure, use some scrap paper and just see how deep that is. And then going in exactly the same, but blending it down to get that colour in. Oh, I've missed a leaf there, look. missed 2 leaves actually. And then with the tip of that dauber, just gently blend. Got a bud there. See just how pretty and delicate you can get the colour in using the dauber.
And even if you took the
look.
2 like you're doing here and you snipped one up and you started doing a bit of decoupage and things like that on the other one, you could really start building these up really well.
You could build them up, as you say, you can cut them up, snip them up. There's a lot of versatility in them, but they're so pretty.
One of my favourite collections.
And they work so well with those decorative dye, the gateway dyes that we had a couple of months ago because of the actual shape of these. And blending that in, then if you want to add a bit more shading, add a bit more colour. Just be very gentle. I'm hardly touching the paper.
I reckon as well you could elongate the sides and make it into like an arch.
Sorry, what was that?
I reckon you could elongate the sides and make the songs longer, like an archway.
You could, yeah.
Like wedding cards and stuff, and put a little gate in the middle.
I think the Magnolia collection is actually a beautiful collection to use for weddings.
I think it's one of my favourites.
I did actually Google, or research, should I say, because all flowers have meanings.
What does Magnolia mean?
I can't remember, but I think purity. Purity, and there's something else that I can't think what it was. But
we'll have a look. Someone's going to ask Jeeves now for us.
It is absolutely perfect for weddings.
We're going to jump on Yahoo and Bing. Mobility, perseverance, and love of nature. Well, I think I'm a magnolia.
There you go. Look how quick I've just coloured those in.
That's beautiful.
Just lift that up.
That's stunning.
Okay, but you could, if you wanted, use one from the paper pad. Okay, so you've got the ones from the paper pad and ones that we've coloured in.
That's why I get jealous now that Nikki's colouring in.
But then, of course, you can use your felt tips, you can use your alcohol markers, you can use your watercolours, you could use paints, pencils, whatever you like. So, with my card, so I am just going to layer these up. These are some decorative dies from Heartfelt that we launched, I think this was last year actually, that go with any collection. So I've got my Miri card, and then I've got a decorative die here. You can see I've used some of the papers from the paper pad, so you could use them alongside your decorative dies. Just layering that up.
That's nice.
Now adding my foam tape. Added some glitter. I really went to town there, look. Oh. Using the papers from the paper pad, and this one from the paper pad again, and then I've stamped a happy birthday sentiment on. So that one is going to go there, and then I'm going to take my 2 florals, and I have double stamped because I made a mistake on my stamping, so don't think that I've coloured the wrong side. And then what I'm going to do is take my flower shaping tool and just go around in the centre, and that's just going to add some dimension to my wreath. It's not a wreath yet, it will be, because I'm actually going to join them together. Just bring that
remember, if you want your
round.
flower shaping form tool, if you want your tool, your deluxe flower shaping kit tool, you'll get £5 off today as well. Get it while you can, £29.99, but because you're spending over £25, you can get that £5 credited back to you. I'll give you £5 off that price just by typing in the promo code LAUNCH5, as we are today, the brand new craft store.
And
the same old shenanigans, nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
We're still the same though, aren't we?
But you can see how now I've got choices on where I'm going to put these. Could even do one up there and one down there.
nice.
I'm actually going to stick with that. So I'm going to take my glue gun, but because I've already added dimension, I can just use a little bit of glue, and then I'm going to just lift that up slightly so it lifts off of the page. And again with this one, if it wants to come out, just 3 blobs of glue, and bring that down there, and again lift that up. So it's adding dimension. And then I've got some beautiful flowers now. Let's just drop my glue gun. So if you want, you can actually colour the stem there, and you've got a stem, so they will dangle, or you could trim that off, which is what I'm going to do on this particular one, and just add
That's nice.
your flowers. Just trim that off.
No dangles.
Got a dangler there, so I've got 2 slightly different pinks there, and then I've got one there in the deeper pink, and once they've stuck, then you can have a little play with the petals if you want to lift some of those up. There you have a gorgeous magnolia card.
That is beautiful. Look at that.
Look at that.
How beautiful does that look? Absolutely stunning. And if you want to be creating these, and that's just what, that is literally just one stamp that we've used. We've used one of the stamps and obviously some of the leaves as well. We've not even touched on anything else, and almost a quarter of the stock now has already gone of your one-day special. This is your brand new Heartfelt Creations Sweet Magnolia I Want It All collection. I Want It All basically means you getting everything that we've got. Right, I've got 3 minutes to cram through this. Let's start with your paper pad. This is your 12 by 12 paper pad that you're getting here. 24 double-sided sheets, two sheets of each design is what you're getting in there. And we all know Heartfelt, you get more than a paper pad with Heartfelt. You get a full kit, so you get die-cut elements in there. You get paper pads, so you can really go to town with these. Then we're also looking at your dies and stamps that we get here as well. All corresponding, so no more fussy cutting if you don't want a fussy cut, because you get the stamps and you also get the dies as well. And then, last but no means least, you get your flower shaping mould, which gives you the curvature, which gives you the sense of realness with these flowers as well, which we absolutely adore. 3 flexible payments on this as well if you're a Freedom member of £33.58. But I'll take that cost down by another £5 today as well. I will take your £5 off your first flexible payment. Anything over £25 from now until Monday at 6 o'clock. You can use it as many times as you like. Just use the promo code down here, launch5. You can only use it 1 per transaction, obviously. So become a Freedom member first, and then there'll be no P&P. So you can use it as many times as you want. Once it ticks over 25 quid, bang, put it in again, launch 5. Once it goes over 25 quid, take another £10, take another £5 off. You can really build up your stash with this little code as well. 604925 is your item number for all this. We've only got a minute and a half left.
That's gone really quick.
Where's this hour gone?
I have no idea.
What have you got at 8 o'clock?
What have I got?
What you got? We got coming on demo-wise.
I'm going to show you again how to create your magnolias. Slightly different, so we're going to be creating a slightly different shape of magnolia. We'll do some more colouring with our daubers, and then we will put together a card.
I love it. Love it. We've had a poem.
A poem?
We're finishing with a poem.
Who's sent us a poem?
She's sending quite a lot of these in now.
Okay.
I think she's, well, I don't know. It says...
She's a poet.
I'll stop there. She's a poet. I like her, though. I'm welcoming the craft store with our Adam here in charge, with his fab Heartfelt Creations and the paper pad so large. I'm a very pink girl. I think Adam likes pink too.
Yeah.
So we'll both get on together the crafting show to view. I love the stunning petals. The backings are divine. Stunning tags plus much, much more. I need to make with mine. My hubby sat beside me and watching what I buy, so I'll wait until he walks the dog and order. My oh my.
Love it, absolutely love it. That is brilliant.
Well done, Dot, but I think the
you.
second paragraph about pink, I think you're totally wrong. Not going to lie. I don't know where you got that from. Thank you, Nikki, my love.
Thank
It's
you.
always a pleasure.
See you
Always
soon.
a pleasure to be with you as well. Don't go anywhere. I'm up the next hour. See you then.